If any of you within the spiritual community has a problem with the word God, or feel, uncomfortable, or have like a weird reaction with that word, you, sir or miss, you have some healing to do. Why? A lot of times, a lot of people, they have a problem with the word God because they have some subconscious beliefs or negative associations because of religion. Because, and I mean, I kind of understand where they're coming from, in a sense that, like, a lot of things have happened throughout the years where, like in the history, right? Like, for example, like the Crusades, and a lot of people have been killed, in the past in the name of religion. So, I kind of understand where, why some people sometimes they don't want to even associate with the word God. But the thing is that the word God, or the word Allah, for example, or people sometimes using the word the universe or universal consciousness or your higher self, sometimes even for, like, within the manifestation niche, it's all the same thing. And that's what a lot of people don't realize. They don't realize that it's all the same thing, and that it's only a difference in perception. Because they think that, like, oh, because they think it's like their God or whatever, and they're like, oh, they're not worshiping my God and whatever. Like, listen, it's all the same God. It's all the same energy. We're all talking about the same thing. People are just arguing like little children, literally. That's how I see it. I love all of you, okay? Regardless of your beliefs, whether, whatever you believe, but that's just how I see it, and don't get offended by what I'm saying. It's just that when I look at it from a detached perspective, for me, it just looks very childish. People are just like arguing over a word where they all connect with that divine spark all within them. We're all connected. Whether you're just believing scientifically, you will believe in quantum theory. Everything is all interconnected on some level. Whether you believe in the Big Bang, it doesn't matter your beliefs. But what's important is that we connect to unity, to love, to what is actually what people call God, the universe, Allah, or whatever, right? It doesn't matter the word that you use, or the universe. Whatever label you use, it's all the same thing, okay? For me personally, some days I will use God. Sometimes I will use the universe. Sometimes I'll say universal consciousness. Sometimes I'll say your higher self. It really varies, to be honest. But it's all the same thing. So we got to stop. I think that's the very powerful insight here. We have to stop to argue and to hate each other because of a different interpretation of the exact same energy. Okay? If you're all interconnected and you believe that, you have to be, a kind person, a loving person, then stop hating on other people that have different values, beliefs, or viewpoint on the exact same thing. Okay? Anyways, my friends, always connect to love, and that's always the deepest truth. Okay? And that's where everything balances itself out. We all got to unite together, regardless of our religion, regardless of our beliefs, and don't get offended by the word God. If you got some trauma or some negative feeling or whatever, you gotta you gotta dig deep down within your subconscious mind. You gotta sit with yourself. Like, why am I being triggered by this word? Sometimes it's because how people have grown up or whatever. They were really forced, religion by their own family or whatever, and then they associate it as something negative. And I agree that a lot of things have been, negatively associated with religion. You know, no one is faultless, but I think in the end, everyone wants the same thing and wants to find this peace within themselves, want to live in abundance and wealth, in unity and in love. No one likes to argue deep down, you know. So connect to love. Don't, you know, everyone out there, always connect to unity, okay? No one is your enemy, because if we're all connected, whether you're scientifically more oriented, whether you're religious, whether you're just spiritual, you know, it's all the same thing. And you got to connect more to love and not to hate, so that you can connect with who you truly are and connect with everyone and everything around you. Have a beautiful day, and I love all of you.